This is the Persuasive speech. My name is Tiffany Moore. Today's date is April 10th, 2015. The subject is school uniforms in public schools. Sport teams make their players wear uniforms to symbolize that players are a team, and the accomplishment it is to build team unity, morals, and self-esteem. It does have some families thinking about the pros and cons of having school uniforms in public schools. Public schools should allow uniforms for many good reasons. These reasons are reduction in violence, including bullying, increasing students' self-esteem, promotes teamwork, improves learning, and parents are even impacted when students are required to wear uniforms. Parents say it can cost too much, especially when families are already struggling to make ends meet. Parents even say it fails to allow students to learn to make good choices based on their own values. These are good points from parents, but all can be explained with good reasons to help families understand. Having school uniforms in public schools can improve a student's self-esteem, behavior, and improve learning. A dress code enforces discipline towards learning by changing a person's attitude towards success. They will act the way they are dressed, fewer distractions, and the school can be seen as priority for teaching and learning rather than trend competitions. The classroom can be a more serious environment with uniforms because it reduces distractions. It will sharpen focus on schoolwork. School uniforms promote unity, lessens the economic and social barriers between students, and reduce peer pressure over trendy clothes. It would also promote safety because all students would be wearing the same clothing, and that was by the Daily Journal. Dressing the same helps students learn what really counts on the inside and not participate in the school fashion show. With dressing the same, it increases a student's self-esteem. Students are judged by what they wear. Because of being judged, there are students that will actually skip school to avoid the embarrassment about their clothes. When the students are dressed the same, judgment won't be made according to clothes. School uniforms help students in the long run. Students that have uniforms have seen the decrease in the influence of gangs and less violence on campus. It is harder to conceal weapons if all students are dressed alike. Parents say it will not allow a student to learn to make good choices based on their own values, but parents do not realize how much pressure a child goes through at school with competing with different styles. But if a student wore uniforms, they would be more relaxed. School uniforms are one step that may help break the cycle of violence and disorder by helping young students understand what really counts and what kind of people they are, by Bill Clinton, president. Having a dress code would also prevent any display of gang colors and insignia. Gangs wouldn't be able to sneak weapons, influence people by their colors or symbols. When a school has uniforms, it can help administrators to quickly identify outsiders and the students that can be a danger. This can deter crime, which increases the safety of the student and the faculty. One worry is the cost of uniforms when there are families that are struggling to make ends meet. Having school uniforms can actually help families with income differences and save time. An average teen spends $500 a year on clothes alone. With having uniforms, there are fewer clothes to purchase, and it costs less than $200 a year. Therefore, you spend less. Some families report that 3 uniforms cost about the same as 1 pair of designer jeans. With students having to dress the same, it would be harder for a student to get bullied for being rich or poor because they have the same clothing on. One of the plus sides to having uniforms, students would take less time to get ready in the morning by not having to choose what they want to wear or try on several outfits before finding the one to wear. This can improve punctuality, and in the end, having uniforms in public schools can save families money and time. School uniforms help in many ways. Helps your child's self-esteem, build teamwork, less violence, and less bullying. Parents say it can violate the right of freedom of speech and expression, but students can always do that at home or on the weekends. Yes to dress code. Yes to school dress codes because they have led to safer educational environment that increases students' ability to learn, increases equality between sexes and tolerances among the ethnic and social groups, by Larry Wilder. For teachers, they are a priority in teaching and having the students learn rather than having students participate in a fashion show. There are more pros of having school uniforms in public schools and very few cons. The cost of uniforms are a major worry, but it is actually a lot cheaper than buying what's new or designer clothes. If every school would try uniforms for a few years, the schools and parents would notice a huge change.